Welcome once again to the Resistance Revolutionary Party. I'm your host, Gregory Duncan. Now, this is the third video of this season's, and it's entitled Rejecting Dictatorship. In my opinion, here's how the Justice Department, Democrats, and the American people can protect current and future elections. If the GOP refuse to count all the votes or throw out ballots they deem fraudulent in such states as Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, or Wisconsin as examples, where they have a control majority, the Democrats could challenge those actions in a court of law and force the Republicans to present and prove that the ballots they threw out or refused to count were indeed fraudulent and not a legitimate ballot, and that each elector official be forced to testify under oath of perjury to explain why each ballot was deemed invalid before anyone is sworn into office. And if the Republicans, aka ballot counters, cannot produce every ballot that was either not counted or thrown out, or the Republicans deny such actions took place and the Democrats have evidence to show why they believe those actions did happen, a second election should be held before anyone is sworn into office at any government level in that state, and all ballot counters whose integrity is in question be removed from participating in the second election's recount and replaced with a new group of ballot counters. 2. If any voter of that state believes, thinks, or feels their vote wasn't counted, the original officials of that state will have to produce that individual's ballot and show proof that it was indeed counted or why they deemed it invalid. If any election official refuses to cooperate, a penalty of at least 1 year but no more than 5 years be served by that individual in a state prison, in that state's prison, as well as a $10,000 fine. 3. If any official can show proof that no legitimate ballots were thrown out or not counted, then there should be no problem, because the claim is not that the election was fraudulent. The claim is that that legitimate ballots were purposely thrown out or not counted. Democrats can demand to see the ballots in question that Republican officials deemed invalid, and until all ballots they deemed invalid are presented in a court of law, no one should be sworn into office. Once the ballots that were deemed invalid are proven to be so by the court, a special committee will be assembled with a bipartisan of 10 Republicans, 10 Democrats, and 5 independents, who will be used to recount the votes. 4. If anyone believes, thinks, or feels this lawsuit isn't legitimate, unlike the Republicans who claim that the 2020 presidential election was fraudulent without any credible evidence, the Democratic Party can present to the court the evidence of why they filed the lawsuit by presenting hundreds of documented video and audio tapes of Republicans confessing what they would do if they did not agree with the outcome of an election. And finally, if any judges who hears any of the cases involving invalid ballots are threatened by any individuals, once an investigation is completed and those found guilty will serve no less than 20 years in a federal prison, a fine of $25,000, as well as the loss of their right to vote anywhere in the United States ever again. As always, I'd like to thank you for listening and watching, and remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Till I see you again in the next video, have a good day.